All right.
Milo are going to try and throw on third down. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Matt Hawk now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
Tua now on first down. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Dolphins. Play action. Here's Tua. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Tua.
Dropped it.
For him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. And it'll be brought down by the Colts. DeForest Buckner, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
He's running.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
On 27-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Tackle made there by Eric Rowe.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Here we go with Johnson. And trying to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Back to the air on 2nd down, Tagovailoa. Looking for Parker again, and this time he's got it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down, Miami.
From the gun, it's Tua. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Matt Breida out of the backfield, but it'll be 2nd down.
And 10.
Tua to throw again. Wilson snags it left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Albert Wilson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. The game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
Pulls it in at the 13. And takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change things? The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
22-yard line.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From the gun, Rivers. And the heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And he's giving his guys a shot for 8 points as they will take them in range for a field goal or maybe more.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Looking to pass. Tua. That'll be caught for a Dolphin touchdown. It's Williams. Preston Williams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, it held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line is set to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Final play of the half, Rivers. He lets it fly for Lockett. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Bobby McCain. And bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Tua wants to throw it on second down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
So that'll back them up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And the Colts pick it up. And they're going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So hold the phone here, Charles. I've kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Dolphins 21, Colts 7.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
For 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki. That'll bring up 2nd down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Brandon Graham has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
It's been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Tua going to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
2 things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. On the return, it's Rodgers. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Rivers on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
They go to Johnson again. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
At the 27.
Throwing Rivers.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
Ball carrier.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Rivers now. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
That's a
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down of the yard. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
21. Colts 14.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
The tackle made.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin first.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Thrown to Parker, complete on the slant. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Now that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
A 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Howard Wilson, the intended receiver there, and it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
At the 30-yard line.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Rivers. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Rivers on 3rd and 2. Almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
It's 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They run. It's Johnson. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. I want to go back to something you said in the 1st quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key. And this
is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he'll take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
We always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
A gain of 12.
Here's Breida. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 16 yards, a first down.
Tackle made by Bobby Okereke.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Tagovailoa looking to throw it. This will be caught inside the 10. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A very solid gain of 27. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Back to throw is Tua. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And now nothing but green. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
No, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken it away.
This is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jones. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. What a difference a week makes. 5 interceptions in their last game. Here we are, 4th quarter. He's played mistake-free football.
And I'm sure that we can look back on the past week and say, okay, he spent time in the film room and they worked on his mechanics. Sometimes it's just your team believing in you, your coaching staff believing in you, and you relax and play to your potential. He's doing that in this game.
He'll go down, but not before getting us inside the 30. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. To throw is Tua. That'll be complete to Breida. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. 2nd down here after the incomplete pass. Now Tagovailoa. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, That tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.